Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Crafty Sue and this is Crafty Sue 519. I want to thank you all for coming back and watching one of my videos. I so appreciate that. I have many new subscribers. I hope you're here to watch what I make, why I started this channel in the first place. So to get this out of the way right away, if you're here for any updates on the Joanne fiasco last Friday, it won't be in this video. I'll put up another video probably Friday and let you know what's happened since then. But today, get to see some of the plushies I've made this week, a little bit of updates on my sister and my niece, and I do throw a little bit of personal stuff in my videos. And I do that so that you, my subscribers and watchers, get to know me a little bit better, right? I think that's important. I think that's important. I know if I watch a video and I know a little something about somebody, you don't have to know every personal thing in the world, but you know my husband is grumpy, you know that I'm friends with Robin and Heather and others in the crochet community. You know about my sister being ill, you know about my niece and her breast cancer journey. So little things like that I think are great for people to know and for me to share. So I have a little bit of news for you, some happy and some pretty sad for me, not for you, but for me. So let's get the sad out of the way, because then I don't want to think about it for the rest of this video. One of my very good friends, Elaine, passed away last week. We've been friends for over 30 years. And we're a group of 4 women. Their sons were in my Cub Scout group, in my Cub Scout den, back when, my kids were small and we lived in Rhode Island. And we became very, very good friends. And even when I moved away 27 years ago, I would come back to Rhode Island and the 4 of us would always get together and we'd go out to eat, or they'd come to my son's house where I would stay, and we would just be ridiculous. We'd act like teenagers. We always had such a good time. And Elaine was one of my yayas. And she died last week. She had ovarian cancer. And from what I understand, and I'm sure I'll find out more when I go to the memorial, she shot a blood clot and died from a heart attack. So, pretty sad. Last time we talked a few weeks ago, we were trying to plan her and her husband coming here to this side of Florida. She lived in the middle of Florida, and because she moved down here from Rhode Island too. And she wanted to come to this side so she could see the ocean and the 4 of us could go out to dinner and, have a good time. And that never happened. So I'll miss her. Wonderful, wonderful lady. Wonderful lady. And then I was looking in our local newspaper yesterday to see if an obituary was put in there for her, since we're both from the same town in Rhode Island. We're only, I think, a year apart in age, a year, 2 at the most. She was the oldest of the group. I was second oldest. But I was looking through the obituaries, and what do I find? My cousin passed away. I'll tell you, my family, they don't tell you anything. They don't tell you anything. So I feel bad about that. I haven't seen her in many, many years. But she was a wonderful lady too. Very, very kind, very faithful to her religion. And Just a good person. So I was very sad to see that. So that's my sad news. Sad news. It's been a week, I'll tell you. And then, of course, you know, last week I got informed that my sister had been very ill and she was in the hospital and we didn't know what was going to happen with her. Well, guess what? I got a phone call from her this morning. Oh, we talked for quite a while until I came in to do blood work and she had to hang up. And she sounded great. She sounded great. She is in a nursing home right now. She's getting rehab and occupational therapy and physical therapy. So hopefully she builds up a little bit of strength. But she had a very, very bad flu. And when she got sick with the flu, her oxygen levels plummeted really low. So they had to get her to the hospital, and of course they upped the oxygen that they were giving her. And she told me this morning that she was in like isolation for 5 days. And I know what that feels like, because when I was 16 years old, I had mononucleosis, the kissing disease they would always joke with you about back then. And back then they would keep you in the hospital for long amounts of time. And I worked at the hospital. I worked as a nurse's aide at the hospital. And they put me in a room in isolation for a month, a whole month. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. They wouldn't even come in to make my bed. They would put it on a chair and push this chair over to me. And they said, you know how to do this. You do this every day. Do it yourself. But I'm sick. It was crazy. But anyhow, my sister, I get sidetracked all the time. My sister sounded wonderful. She sounded like herself. She didn't sound sick. She was in good spirits. She was doing her typical type of talking, mainly about family and that kind of thing. And just felt so good. So good to talk to her. She said today there's a meeting where they are going to make some kind of decision on whether or not she can return home or not. So I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. I forgot to tell her that I will be starting her dragon tomorrow or Friday. And that's the last thing I had to make in the order she wanted. We had put the order on hold, but then my nieces told me, no, Mom really wants those to give to the great-grandchildren. So they said, finish it up. So I have some yarn on order. Believe it or not, with all the yarn I have, I don't have that color that I need for the dragon. So that should be coming in tomorrow, and I can get going on that. So that's really good news. That's really, really good news. I'm so relieved about her. And the other good news is Candace, my niece, who had breast cancer, ding, 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 rang the bell yesterday. Rang the bell. She is released from care. And, she had a lot of people. She sent me a video of her ringing the bell. And she gets to walk out cancer-free. Cancer-free. Oh, I cried when I watched it. I'm going to cry now. I'm so relieved and happy for her. Maybe I'll stick that video in here. It's just, a minute or two long. It's not very long, but it's just to see her walk over and ring that bell and know what that means. Great news. Great news. So that was such a relief. That was such a relief. So I went to Michael's yesterday. What day is it today? Wednesday. Yesterday. Actually, I was looking for acrylic yarn for something I wanted to make, which I did make. That's here to show you today. And I'll tell you, acrylic yarn has really kind of gone down the tubes, hasn't it? I've crocheted with it for 50 years. I don't crochet ever with wool because it makes me break out. And not everybody likes wool, so I just don't use it. I just don't use it. So I got used to using acrylic. That's what I make my baby blankets with and hats with and everything else that I do. The regular crocheting before I started doing plushies. Boy, the only white they had, I have to think now, the only white they had was their Loops and Threads brand, and it was so thin. It was as thin as sport weight yarn, which is the size I would like to use for baby blankets, because baby blanket yarn is so thin and so light. I don't know. I just preferred sport. I have used baby blanket yarn, but I prefer sport weight. I walked out of Michael's with nothing. Nothing. Applause for that, please. I'm shocked. I did, because they had that new Fleck yarn. Had a lot of that, and I didn't buy any of it. I didn't buy. I said, nope, I don't need yarn. I got tons of it. I'm not buying anything more. And I didn't. But I did make a video to show you what yarn my Michaels did have. So I'll stick that in here so you can see. I thought they were pretty well stocked. And I've read so much that they've taken Home Slim and Sweet Snuggles off the market. Well, they had Home Slim. They definitely had Home Slim. I did not see Sweet Snuggles. And they had a lot of Bernat blanket and, you know, different things. But I'll show you. I'll run that video right now so you can see the yarn. And I'll be right back. See you in a minute. So I'm at Michael's. stocked pretty well. Maybe they know about Joann's and want to keep their stock good so that people have a place to go when I think Joann's will close. I don't want to say that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So, no more little videos. I'm done now. I'm done now. So, I will show you what I made this week. I did 2 tests. And let's look at those first. The first one is from Scarlet Garden Crochet, Beth. She has a YouTube channel here, but she's also on Instagram, and this is where she posts her patterns. And she's done several free patterns now that I've tested for her. And today's is really cute. And it's a chocolate-covered strawberry. I think this would make an adorable key ring. What do you think? What do you think? It's all cute. Oops, almost dropped it. I think I'm going to put a key ring on it. Strawberries are my favorite fruit. Favorite. So I thought that was really, really cute. Quick and easy to make. And yummy. Yummy. Good job, Beth. I love strawberries. Love them, love them. So, of course, as usual, to all the patterns that I'm showing you, I will put links to them below if you're interested in making them. So that's number 1. And then yesterday, Stacy Makes here on YouTube, well, she had put out a call for her 3rd series of birds, and I had applied to be a tester. So she did pick me. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate it. So I've now tested in all 3 series of her birds, but this one's my favorite one. I thought the rooster was my favorite one. It's close, but I was making this last night and so pretty. I just love this one. Just love this one. So I'm already done that that test, and I just got it yesterday. And the other testers have until Friday to finish up their birds. And I think she'll be releasing that pattern sometime this weekend. She's not sure exactly when yet, but it'll be most likely sometime this weekend. So I will put a link to her Etsy page where she sells her patterns down below. And this was the bird that I tested this time. Isn't he cute? Oh, I love it. 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 And this, in case you haven't guessed, is a robin. Isn't that too cute? Isn't that too cute? I think he's adorable. I wanted to do it in a bigger yarn so it could come out bigger, because if I did it in Parfait Chunky, it would, you know, maybe be that big. So I wanted them bigger. So this is what I did. Now listen closely, all of you who think you can't combine yarns, because you definitely can. So the black and the gray are Home Slim. The orange is Bernat Mystical yarn. And the beak is Parfait Chunky. And the reason I used Parfait Chunky for the beak is because I don't like big giant beaks on the birds. So if I used a smaller yarn, it would come out smaller, and I think it's just perfect. Just perfect. I love this pattern. Love this pattern. Now all of the patterns that she's made in all 3 series is the same. It's the same, pretty much the same body on all of them. Look at that. little butt sticking out with his little tail feathers. I get such a big kick out of them. These little feetsies. But, of course, there's color changes and things like that. I did put orange eyes to match his belly because I can't put black on black. You're not going to see them. I could have outlined it in some white yarn. I didn't want to do that. So this is what I went with, and I'm sticking to it. I love it. Isn't it too cute? I love this bird. I love this bird. She also has a blue jay. And, ooh, now I'm going to forget off the top of my head. I can't think of it. If I remember what the other is. One I've never heard of. It's an Australian bird. And, oh, I just can't think of it. Drawing a blank. But there's 4 different birds in that pattern. So, cute, cute, cute. Love it. You are so cute. So cute. So, I'm sure if you're watching videos, you've seen that there is everybody in the world. This is reminding me of when we started. Everybody was making leggy frogs. And then everybody was making bees. And it just is a trend, I guess. Something starts up and everybody's got to make it. Well, this particular thing, everybody's making. And I had to make it too. I just wanted to see how it looked. I don't know how many I'm going to make. I made 2. I'll probably make 5. But I made the old chickeny egg thing. So this is the egg. And this is, I believe this is Bernat blanket yarn. And then you open it up and the little chick is there with his little fuzz top. So cute. Look at this little thing. Gotta get him out. He's too comfy in his nest. Look at him. It's so cute. Look at this. Ah. Oh gosh. If something can make you laugh and smile this much, it's got to be worth something, right? So that was the first one I made. So cute. I love them. I think it's, now I know why everybody's making them, because they're easy, they're fast, and they just make you smile. And that's important. That's important. And then here's egg number 2. Of course, there we go. Egg number 2. Yeah, open it up, and I have a little black and white chicken in this one. He's got black fuzzy fur head. I don't know. They're just so cute. They're just so cute. Gosh. I hope you all get it as big a kick out of your makes as I get out of mine, because I have such a good time with these things. And I believe I used Bernat for all of them and the chicks, except this black and white is Sweet Snuggles, I believe. Sweet Snuggles. But the egg is Bernat. Bernat vanilla is what I was using for the eggs. So those are my 2 little chicks and the eggs. It's so cute. And then I was looking through my stuff the other day because someone ordered a few things from me online. So I sold my Valentine butterfly, and I sold one of my Valentine cupcakes, and I sold a little tiger that I had made, all to the same person. So while I was digging in my bag of goodies for them, I noticed I don't have much for boys. I really don't have that much for boys. I have those snap bracelets. They seem to like that. Then what else? What else would a boy like? So I did buy a pattern a while ago, and it's got a whole bunch of dinosaurs in it. So I made this one dinosaur. Pattern's okay. I did find mistakes in it as I went, so I wonder if it was tested or if she just made up the patterns and put them out there. But there's like 6 patterns in that, 5 or 6 patterns when you buy it, and it was not expensive at all. I don't remember the price. I want to say $2 and change, and you've got 5 or 6 different dinosaurs. And so I'm not sure I would recommend this for beginners. I guess you could. It's not difficult. It's just that there were mistakes and you had to kind of make up the difference. And there was sewing, and I don't like sewing. I don't like sewing. But this was my dino. Did a Stegosaurus. And he's cute, and he's a good size. I mean, he is a good size. She used a much smaller hook and probably a different yarn than me, and I didn't want to do that. I believe this is Parfait Chunky yarn, and I believe I used a 5mm hook to make this because I didn't want it tiny. I didn't want it real little. So you had to sew on the little legs, and you had to sew on each one of these. For what it is, I don't know. He's cute. But when I look at his face, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. And I don't know. Do I put a nose? Do I put a smile? Do I put anything? She has nothing on it. Just like this. But suggestions. I could use suggestions because I think he just looks a little too blah. I'm just unsure of what I'd like to do on that. I was going to put little eyebrows up here or something, but I don't know. I don't know. So if you have any ideas on how you think his little face would look better, I'd appreciate that. So as with the others, I will have the link below to this set of dinosaurs on Etsy. It's cute though, right? It's cute. I'm trying to decide which one I want to make next. I think I'm going to make a Triceratops. So if you watched my video last week, you saw these adorable little bunnies I made. Too stinking cute. Love these. Last year at Easter time, I made peep bunnies. I actually have one left that's in my bag. So I wasn't really crazy about making peep bunnies again this year. Maybe I'll make a couple. I don't know. But my big market in April is the day before Easter. So I want to stock up on some bunnies because I think that will be the place to sell them. So this one I did last week, and then I made one this morning. And I did this because I didn't want to have just solid colors. I wanted to use something else. So I decided I would use some of the Parfait Bloom yarn. I really like that yarn. I make giraffes with that yarn, and it always looks so cute. Always looks so cute. So I made this one this morning, and it's got the purple and green and looks very springy, doesn't it? I think it's so cute. So cute. Look at that. I love how these ears go back. This is by SouthernGal Crochet. I love it. Love it, love it. And this one came out bigger because the yarn is thicker. So you can see the difference in the sizes. Hard to show. But quite a bit bigger. But what a joy to work with this yarn because it's the good stuff. Because I bought it a long time ago. So I may make a couple more in this bloom yarn. I have a bunch of different colors. So what do you think? Do you like it like that with the different colors in it? Or do you prefer the solid colors? I'll probably make a couple more solid color ones too. I have a yellow and a pink one right now. I'll probably do a brown one. Thinking of boys for that. And maybe a lavender, light purple, you know, springy light colors. But I love this one. This one's my favorite one. Cute. And it got a purple nose because he's got the purple in in the yarn. So cute. This is a 2-inch pom-pom. I bought a bag of pom-poms at Joann, and that's what I use for his tail, because I don't want to make pom-poms. I can. I don't want to. You are cute. You are cute, cute, cute. So I got one more thing for you. One more thing for you. So like I said at the beginning, I went to I went to Michael's looking for acrylic yarn. I was kind of disappointed when I walked out and I didn't find what I wanted. I just wanted a skein of white acrylic yarn. But it was just too thin. It just seemed, I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And I'm not going to make it. There's no particular reason why I made what I made. I think I was a little tired of making plushies. A little down from everything that's happened in the last week. I just wasn't feeling making plushies. So I wanted to go back to my old loves of crochet. You know, what I've done forever. So I was looking at something on YouTube, I don't know, and this pattern came up for a hat, for a beanie. And I looked at it and went, wow, I really, really like that. I really like that. And of course, you know, when you're making plushies, you're pretty much only doing single crochets. Maybe once in a while you'll do a half double crochet or a double crochet or a popcorn or a cluster or something. This one had so many different stitches and stuff in it. Ah, I think I had a smile on my face all afternoon when I was making it. I made it yesterday too. But I think it's perfect for a girl, you know, 8, 9, 10 years old, a tween. But it's good for adults too. It's good for adults too. It does fit me, but I just made it because I loved the pattern. So here's my hat. And it's a Valentine hat. Isn't that too stinking cute? Too cute with those hearts. Oh, I love it. And the stitches. I love it. Can you see these V's in here? Oh my God, I have to try to remember what she called this. I just laughed when she said the name of this stitch. It's a, I can't remember. It's a big long name. It's a extended double crochet decrease, extended double crochet decrease. Maybe that's it. I don't remember. I'd never heard that before. Very easy to do though. But I'm just so happy with all the different things. You know, I'm not crazy about making these bands. It's kind of boring, but it goes fast. No big deal. And I love where the hearts are, you know, with the V's done in here. And then these, I don't know if you can see how, yeah, from the side, you can probably see the texture. This is a 3rd loop crochet around, and it gives you that little edge. And then these were all double crochets, but made kind of like a, boy, I've been away from this stuff for so long now. I can't remember what they're called. She called them clusters, so we'll call them clusters. But they lean, you know, they lean. So that was it. I was so happy making this. I don't know where I'm going to sell it, or, you know, I live in Florida. It's back to 80 degrees, so I don't think hats will be selling here very quickly. Very quickly. So, anybody want to buy a hat? But I had fun. I had a really good time making this. Really good time. And guess what I used for yarn? I used Dollar Tree yarn. Dollar Tree yarn. There's a Dollar Tree right next to my Michael's, and Grumpy had gone in there to pick up something while I was at Michael's. And I said to him, I said, check the yarn. If they have white, get me some white. And he came back with a bag with 6 little skeins of white and a couple of skeins I didn't ask for. Which was very nice, But, and he kept saying, do you want to go back and get more? Do you want to go back and get more? I said, no, I don't want any more yarn. I really don't want more yarn. So tell me what you think. Just good old-fashioned crocheting, not plushies. But I just thought it was so cute, I had to make it. All right, that's it. I'm done. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I'll probably be back on Friday with an update on my Joanne fiasco. Did you see my last week's video? Oh my gosh, it went viral. This has never happened to me before, ever, to get that many views. But, you know, Joanne affects every crafter because they have everything in that store. So, anyhow, thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And until the next video, keep crocheting. Bye.